What's up? We are about to review All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 11, so stay tuned. Child, now I don't know what they was thinking about. Everybody's so messy. AWTM with the news you can use. TV shows and your latest celebrity news. Follow me on Facebook, Elise. YouTube, AWTM. TikTok, Elise with the message. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up? We are back with Season 3, Episode 11 of All the Queen's Men. I am AWTM. Let's go ahead and get to it. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, follow me, like the video, share the video. So where we ended off last time, Madam was on her way or in the house where the nurse that was taking care of her father in the nursing home actually resides. She was trying to figure out what happened to her dad and why is he no longer with us. But come to find out when the scene opens up that her dad is still well and alive and wondering what all the commotion is. He actually switched places with another resident that was at the nursing home that had dementia, so they unalived him instead of her dad. So concierge thinks he is passed away, and so do the feds. Now look at the shock on her face. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were no longer here. Blue and Tommy are actually shook as well. Blue was able to introduce herself because he asked who they were, and then she had to introduce Tommy, and he was like, what? He don't talk? Like, that was funny, and Tommy was like, I'm Tommy, looking scared and shit. So they all had seen a ghost, but he's actually alive and he's okay. He explains to Madam what happened. He also tells her that he will be leaving the country. He's just waiting on his passport. He has a couple of bags of money there that he has saved up. So he's going to be good. He said him and his bottom bee, which is the nurse, that actually gave him some kind of top when she thought he was unaware, which was crazy to me. So it's something wrong with her. He actually is telling her also that he wants her to get along with her sister and work with her sister. Nobody will have her back like that. He also said that she is being looked for by the police. He got some information on that as well. But he wants her to carry on the facade that he is passed away so that he can get away and live a free, clean life. And he doesn't have to worry about concierge coming after him or anybody in the business coming after him or the feds. So he is explaining all of that to her. I don't know about her working with her sister. That would be very interesting to see. Now we're back at Club Eden. The guys are doing their last dance. And I just had to get a little shot of that right there. So we just going to leave that right there for like 1 to 2 seconds. And we going to move on. All right. Now we are back in the car. And Madam is reflecting on her dad still being alive. She said that he's always 1 step ahead or 2 steps ahead of everybody. And she does aspire to be like him. She does want to be that same gangster that her dad is, and that's what she wants. She's also talking about the fact of maybe working with her sister, and she doesn't see that happening. While they're in the car, she does get a call from Detective Davis, and Detective Davis definitely does still want to meet up. Now the guys are back in the locker room. We have Midnight, Fuego, Doc, Amp, all in the locker room, just kind of debriefing after the long night that they had. Midnight is kind of poking at Doc because he doesn't have really a place to, not Doc, but Babyface. Poking at Babyface because he doesn't have a place to go. And then Fuego gets called outside. Also, while this is happening, we have Big D. He enters the room. Now, Babyface can't stand Big D because he thinks he's taking his shine. Babyface might have been, the boy or the man that got all the women and had the women taking care of him. But since Big D came along, he started messing with Tandy. He really can't stand him. So Fuego is outside talking to his ex-girlfriend's mother. Now, in previous episodes, his ex-girlfriend was actually unalived in his apartment that had nothing to do with him, but it was set up for it to look like it was him that done it, and Madam came in and cleaned everything up so she can have some leverage over his head because Fuego he's kind of soft. Like, he's not built for this life. She doesn't want him to tell or talk to the police or flip on them. So she's holding that over his head so he won't do that. So his ex-girlfriend's mother is questioning him, saying that, I know you had something to do with this, or what happened to her. Can you tell me what happened to her? When your mother likes to know if something happened to you. And he's like, I would tell you if I knew, but I don't know anything. Of course, we know that's not true. He actually knows what happened to her daughter, and her daughter is no longer here. So the mother is like, well, I am going to go to the police and tell them, and I've already told them that you were the last person with her. So Fuego, it's not looking too good for your boy. All right. So then we cut to Trouble and oh boy are in the locker room, and he gets a call or some kind of alert on his phone that his apartment is being broken into. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to leave to go to the apartment. He doesn't want to go. He's like, I hid it. It's good. And she's like, no, I'm not going to sit here and wait and find out. But these has to be the world's dumbest criminals. Like, I have never seen two people that try to do crime that are so dumb. They are looking very much like Dumb and Dumber right now, with Rayshawn, dumbest, but he's not in the picture right now. But it's just crazy how they would hide this money in the apartment somewhere and then go to work like nothing happened, not thinking that, somebody could know where they live, or Miss Tandy could know where they live to get to this money. And it wouldn't be hard. He's saying he hid it in the wall, but if a wall has been misplaced or something has been done to it, you can kind of tell that happened. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but we'll see. Then we cut to Detective Davis talking to Madam. She's telling her she has some information for her, and she's like, well, tell me something that I don't already know. So finally, Detective Davis, because she wants money, because she's in trouble, she's probably been fired from her job, she tells her that the CI, that the police officer that was actually working in the club that Big D was supposed to shoot and unalive is actually still alive, and also that Big D is working for him and he's an informant. So Madeline says she'll get back to her. Now we cut back to Trouble and our boy in the apartment, and they discover that the apartment is ransacked and that the money is gone. Duh. Like, and look at Trouble. She's looking at him like he did something wrong. It's his fault. But you agreed to the money staying there. So why didn't y'all think that this was going to happen? Again, like I said, Dumb and Dumber. Then Rayshawn calls them. Rayshawn, he on the move. He's on the run. He's out of there. He's like, I'm not sticking around for this. I'm not about this life. He's scared. He's saying that he did almost kill this or unalive this man. He almost kind of went crazy. So he's very scared. And Rayshawn was scared from the beginning. He's always been scary. So this doesn't surprise me at all. So he's leaving, and they think he took the money. We cut back to the car with Madam, Blue, and Tommy, and they're discussing going to the club. And Tommy's like, no, the police are waiting to arrest you. And Madam like, I'm still going to my club. So we get back to the club, and Dime has been instructed to tell the dancers when they tip out to wait around because Madam wants to have a meeting. She wants to talk to them. So there we see Amp, we see Babyface, we see Doc all waiting around. And then comes in Big D asking Dime, is he going to see her later? And she's like, absolutely not. She is really disgusted by him now. Maybe because she's seen the things that he's done, but she doesn't like him. All right. Madam comes in and she's telling everybody, look, my dad passed away. He's no longer with us. I would like all of you to attend the funeral, which she has to keep up this charade so that the feds won't get to her dad and so Concierge won't get to her dad, because she did unalive Concierge's wife and his brother. So he is out for revenge, and it looks like he's going to go through the law to get it, which would put Madam in jail for a very long time, and I think that's what he's going for. I believe he's the one hacking into Fuego's computer. I think he's behind a number of things. The files that Detective Davis had in her email, that's showing up. I think Concierge is really going to get her through Fuego. Now, we have Big D trying to get up and leave with everybody else. And Tommy said, sit your ass. Now, he said, sit down. Madam wants to talk to you. So he's all happy thinking he gets a gold star or whatever. He's dumb too, because you don't think something is really wrong. Like, you don't think anything is going on. You're all happy and go lucky to talk to Madam thinking you did something great. It's not going to end well for you, buddy. So Madam says, hey, you're getting a promotion. I heard what you did, and I really like that. So I want you to come to my office and talk to me. So go ahead and follow Tommy to my office. I'll be down there to talk to you about your promotion and everything. So he's all happy-go-lucky. Yeah, let's go. I want to go, just done. All right. Then she cuts over to Trouble and Old Boy. She's talking to them, asking them, why did they rob Miss Tandy? She went in a roundabout way of doing it, but basically she asked them that, and she was like, the money. And so it ends up that Madam is actually the one that had the money, right? But she told them that they are going to give every penny back to Miss Tandy. They are not going to mess up her plans. She needs everything to go as planned. So we cut to Fuego, and his computer has a picture or a video playing at the basement where Tommy and Big D are. Now, I don't know if Fuego is putting these cameras there, or is this the person that is hacking into his computer and live streaming this? It's hard to tell right now. So I don't know if Fuego has been turned, or is he still on Madam's side? But he is spying and seeing things that he definitely should not see. So it's not going to end too well for Fuego at all. So we get back to the basement. Tommy and Big D are in the basement. And he's telling him, oh, well, I thought Madam's office was nicer than this. And he was like, no, you just wait. This is her office. And he like, okay, what a dummy, right? So we have the guys outside kind of waiting to leave. Babyface is asking Midnight, can he sleep on his couch? And Midnight is like, nah, I got too much lined up. Because, Babyface doesn't have nowhere to go since Miss Patty. So the police roll up on them. And they're like, dang, the police, are coming or whatever. So they tell them that they're wanting to go into the club. And they're like, no. They're like, do you have a warrant? You're not going in here without a warrant. And they were like, we need to see Madam. We're here to arrest her or whatever. I'm getting tongue-tied. Here to arrest her. And they're like, no, you're not going in here without a warrant. So they're loyal. They are diehard for Madam. They will go hard for her. They're willing to get arrested. So the police have to call for backup. So we get back down to the basement where we have Big D, Blue, Tommy, and Madam. And she's questioning him about this gun that he used to kill the officer. And how do these bullets work? You said they're rubber bullets. You said you don't bleed. So she asked to see the gun. So while she has the gun, she cocks it. She's checking the bullets. She's like, oh, these look like real bullets to me. Duh, yeah, they are real bullets. He's telling her he can get her one. He's still so slow and stupid. So she's like, oh, you can give me one. All right, so let's see how this works. So what happens is Madam shoots. She shoots Big D. And Fuego is still watching all of this from his computer screen. Things that he should not be seeing, things that he should not know that are going on. Now, I wonder, is he going to tell Madam that he saw any of this? Or like I said, does he have the camera down there trying to set her up? We get back to outside. The police have heard the gunshots and they're like, wow, wait a minute. We have to call for backup. And the guy's like, I didn't hear any gunshots. He was like, yeah, we heard gunshots. We're going to call for backup and see what's going on because we need to get in there. So they're still not letting the police officers through and the police officers pass. So Midnight takes off. He runs back into the club to tell Madam what's going on, to tell her that the police are outside. They're trying to come in. So he was like, I'm just going to walk away because it's only 2 police officers and it's still Doc and Babyface outside. We get back to Big D. Big D is now laying on the ground in agony, in pain. He can't believe what has just happened. He is leaking, which he said those bullets do not make you leak, but he definitely is. So she was like, I thought that wouldn't happen, but it looks like you're leaking to me. So they're standing over here and they're asking him who he works for. What is he doing there? And they're like, are you a police officer? He keeps saying no. So Tommy is kind of roughing him up. He finally admits that he is an informant. All right. So once they find out he's an informant, I don't know what's going to happen. They were planning to do some heavy stuff to him. But Midnight does come in and tell Madam that the police are actually outside and that they need to get out of there. Now, I think if that interruption would not have happened, that it would have been all bad for your boy Big D. And we really don't know how he's going to make it out of this, or if he's going to make it out of this. The guys in the club already don't like him. They're always on Madam's side, willing to do anything for her. So it's not looking good for him at all. Midnight was instructed to tie him up, and he was happy to do it because they don't like Big D. He was coming in, getting all the attention, getting all the shine, and they just don't like him. Maybe they smelt the cop or the informant on him. So Madam does walk outside because she does not want them to come into the club. And the police explain that they are there to arrest her. So calmly, she says, arrest me. You're here to arrest me, so arrest me. So this was done in her best interest because them going in the club, they would have found Big D there and the things that were going on in the club. So it was in her best interest to walk outside and get arrested and get put in the cop car. Now we know, just looking at the previews of what's going to happen and what's going to come, that she's not going to stay arrested because she does actually end up having a funeral for her dad. But we have to see how this actually plays out. Concierge is on a warpath, right? Now the guys are standing there looking in misbelief that she actually, did get locked up. But I am so interested to see the episode next week, to see what's going to happen, to see how her arrest is going to play out, to see how things with Fuego are going to play out. And we definitely need to see what's going to happen to Big D. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow. And I'll see y'all next week for All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 12. Child, now I don't know what they was thinking about. Everybody's so messy. AWTM with the news you can use. TV shows and your latest celebrity news. Follow me on Facebook, Elise, YouTube, AWTM, TikTok,